Hello everybody, Mr. Akins here and welcome to What's on the Comic Rack. In this video I'm going to do a little mail haul. I want to show some comics I got off of Instagram, but before I do that, the very first thing I want to do is thank all the supporters of my channel. When I first started doing this, I did this because Alex the Comic Hoarder put out a challenge of just show us your top 5 books in your collection. I thought, hey, I got a camera, I got a computer, I think I can make a video and do that. And that's how it started. And even at that point when it first started, I didn't think I would get maybe 20, 30 subscribers. I thought maybe I would get 10 views on some of my videos. But when I get over 10 views on a video, I'm sitting there thinking, wow, I've got 10 people that are actually listening to what I'm saying. They're interested in what I'm saying. I love interacting in the comments. I think the biggest reward for doing this so far are the people I've met because I've been doing this. Because I've been doing this, I've been meeting some extraordinary people, some extremely kind people, some very interesting people, and I've had fun interacting with them most of all. I also would like to thank Brian at Brian LCS. I'm thinking of all the work he and everybody else put in to doing these awards. I'm sitting here thinking of the little bit of time I put into making my videos, how much time and effort that takes, and the amount of time and effort they must have put into these awards. It's just astounding. So Brian, I really appreciate the work that you've done. I think a lot of people do, and we really see how much work and effort you've put into these awards, so thank you. I also like to thank Rob's Fat Stacks of Comics. He actually sponsored the category I'm in, which is Best Unknown Channel, and there are some very good channels nominated with me. I've been checking those channels out when I can, and there is some tough competition. So thank you again to all my supporters. Thank you again, Brian. I really am enjoying doing this. Please put those comments below. I love interacting with you. So enough talk. Let's get to looking at those comics. So most of my comics I've bought off the rack. And then recently most of my comics have been bought from my LCS. And if I do any online shopping, it's usually buying off of eBay. Well, my friends, I have branched out, and these comics right here are the first comics I've ever bought off of Instagram. My good friend Brandon over at Mon Comics, the majority of his channel is about getting comics through the mail, since he lives in the middle of nowhere, hence the name, Mon Comics. A link to Mon Comics is in the description below. He was showing off some Fantastic Four comics he got from a seller on Instagram called N. Wilson Comics. Brandon was talking about how great the prices were, how great the shape the comics was in, and just how great the overall experience was. So I said, what the heck? Let's see what N. Wilson Comics has. A link to N. Wilson Comics on Instagram is also in the description below. This first comic right here is Iron Man number 35, covered by Sal Buscema. I do like Sal Buscema, not my favorite artist of all time, but I do love his pop art style. I do have one question about this cover though. Exactly what is Daredevil lurking in the background for? Next, we've got Iron Man number 54, covered by Gillkane. Now, Gillkane is one of those artists that have grown on me as I've gotten older. When I was younger, I didn't like Gillkane at all. Iron Man and Submariner always seemed to be fighting. I mean, from even way back when Namor teamed up with the Hulk back in the Avengers. I haven't read this issue yet, nor have I read any of the Iron Man issues I've collected since I started my quest of collecting everything in Volume 1 of the series. But once I collect the entire run, I plan on doing a complete read-through. She's a little beat up, but N. Wilson Comics priced this one accordingly, and I knew what I was getting. Next we have Iron Man number 66, another Gillkane cover. Now I haven't read this comic as well So I don't know if this is the first conflict between Thor and Iron Man, but my favorite conflict between the two takes place in Thor #3 from 2007. The conflict takes place after the first Civil War. Now, I'm a huge Iron Man fan, but I know Iron Man doesn't stand a chance against Thor. J. Michael Straczynski writes an awesome Thor, and in that book, Tony truly learns the difference between a god of thunder and a mortal in a metal suit. So, I get these three. I ordered these 3 comics, but this was also placed in the package with these other comics. N. Wilson Comics placed this little AOK in the package as well, and this would be a copy of Iron Man number 210, cover by Scott Williams. But wait, that's not all. He also gave me this super dope keychain right here with a Detectives Comics. It's like the Detective Comics is in a slab in 8/0. It's really cool, really dope. So my wife sees me opening this package and she says, "When you sell stuff on eBay, do you put nice extras in the package?" I say I do sometimes. Sometimes I put a copy of Young Blood #4 in with things I sell. And according to Baby McFly, the comic guy on YouTube, he says that this used to be a key. Thanks again, N. Wilson. I really love these books. Looking forward to doing some more business in the future. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time around the comic rack.